was another issue again today. Offense was a tough one. Just what you see from the offense today.
Yeah, I mean, I think it took a little minute to adjust to what went on. It was certainly an awkward beginning for everybody. I've never seen the team pulled off the field, but maybe a wise decision there because the guy's going to need a lot of time. So it was certainly quirky. Maybe threw us off a little bit, or maybe you just got a kid that took advantage of an opportunity that he came to the park, didn't know he was going to get. But once we got into a rhythm, maybe second time after him, the at-bats to me, I'll look at it again. We're just post-game here a little bit. The at-bats to me were good. They were competitive. They just weren't enough.
How big of an adjustment is that when you're preparing for one starter and then 2 pitches into the game, it's a completely new guy,
yeah,
a freshman too?
It's a little different, and we put time into preparing, but these guys are young and they're ball players, so we maybe take that more serious than they do. You just got to go up there and play. And again, he was obviously changing speeds, throwing well on his end. We put together a couple innings where we just didn't do a lot, even though we did have some guys on base, just never finished through.
How'd you assess Doe's outing?
It was good enough. Got out there, competed, had some things go on. You can talk about flares and stuff like that. Obviously, Condon got into one real good. Safe from that. Not a bad deal, especially in the first inning when it could have got a little more hairy than it did.
You got it first time all season for a rubber match tomorrow. How's that different? What'd you tell the team after this one?
We talked about some things that went on during the game, and then our schedule between now and tomorrow, and then day 3 Sunday for our schedule. It's been a quirky one. There's been more Saturdays and Sundays, if I believe so. So game 3, you should always be excited to play. There's nothing to save yourself for, whether you're going back to your room or getting on a bus. The weekend is over with. Tomorrow's an off day, so show up tomorrow and bounce around a little bit.
How good was it to see Halverson get back out there and look good?
It was good. I mean, we're trying to use him in possibly a save situation, which really that was. But yeah, he's throwing the ball well, and kind of like some other guys, breaks come to you. You got to make your own breaks, but it just kind of seemed out of whack there for him a minute. But certainly was excellent today, and he even threw in front of us on our field between his last outing and this trip, and that was excellent too. So moving forward.
Is there any extra intensity in a game 3 when the series is up for grabs?
I don't necessarily think so. I think it kind of depends on how the series is going too. I mean, everybody's starving for wins in this league, and for us in particular, I'm sure the kids would like to win, and fans and all that good stuff. But for us, the motto and the theme hasn't changed. We just want to keep pushing forward and finding our best baseball. And you mentioned Halverson. I could come up with some other guys. Dylan, a young kid, getting that spot, hits a laser. We just want to keep moving forward and keep coming together.
What about that appearance from A.J. Russell coming in 3 pitches, picking up a strikeout?
Yeah, it was interesting, and we just kind of sold out for the situation. It's not like he threw the ball excellent, so you'd like to think he could get the next guy, but it's a good thing. We've got tomorrow too, so about everybody on our roster, there's a couple that haven't, that may pitch tomorrow, been able to get out there and get cozy, but at the same time, we haven't maxed anybody out.
A little bit of you excited to kind of see how your team responds in a rubber match, given the postseason's right around the corner?
I'm just excited to come to the park. They've made it that way. It wasn't like that in the beginning. A lot of it was strategy, sorting through other things, and then what's the lineup today, and this, that, and the other. And as of late, it's just a good vibe to be around. It's one of those deals where you don't want the day to end. It could be a Thursday practice or it could be a Friday game, but you don't want the day to end.
Second inning, Scott laying down that ball. Was that him just trying to make a play, maybe seeing something for defense?
Yeah, seeing something there and trying to use his speed. So to try and get creative, and guy made a nice play, but maybe a little bit to the line, But again, you make your own breaks. Not a lot went our way today. Several things went our way last night. So meet in the middle and play ball tomorrow.
How impressive was what the pitching staff did getting out of what felt like countless jams?
Yeah, they did well, and we knew that was one of our strengths, was some depth. I mean, it's a good lineup, and they got some guys that are versatile in there. And they did a good job today being aggressive on the bases. But, yeah, we certainly kept ourselves in the game by pitching well throughout the game.
How comfortable are you with Drew Beam, series on the line tomorrow and having Beam out there?
Yeah, no, I think Drew, I've kind of talked before about all his traits he brings. And, it's a resume that if he were to come to the office and say, I'd like the ball, he'd have a long list of things that he could present in front of us. So, one of the guys that will be in the dugout tomorrow, and I like all the other guys too, so we'll do it as a group.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah.